What's up, my crypto legends? This is going to be a little bit of a different video. This is the Bitcoin price on the daily, okay? We do know that we've had a distribution event, but now nobody knows for certain what is this. Is this an accumulation event that's happening right now or a redistribution? Nobody knows for certain. What I do know, once the market peaks on the cryptocurrency space, well, then usually most of them, to not say 100% of all cryptos, have a massive crash and continue to the downside for a long time. You do not see some other cryptocurrencies starting to pump and breaking the old all-time highs from last month or the month before. But here we can see that Bitcoin price is going sideways, and we can see this other cryptocurrency. We can clearly see like a distribution event right over here. We can see the price here like in a redistribution or a accumulation event. We're going to take a look at this crypto to see what is going on in the cryptocurrency space. And also this chart over here, this is the SP 500 here on the candlesticks, and in the orange we have the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been highly correlated with the S&P 500 and the traditional stock markets for years now, doing 90% of the moves very, very similar. Now suddenly the S&P 500 in the last month is doing all-time highs every single week, and Bitcoin is going to the downside and sideways. Does this mean that they are getting uncorrelated, so they're decoupling? So does this mean if the S&P 500 drops, Bitcoin might have a massive pump, or is just Bitcoin lagging behind the S&P 500 and we are going to see Bitcoin pumping in the next coming weeks? We'll be discussing this in this episode. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I do daily TA on Bitcoin, crypto, and other markets. I also do live streams to connect with the community. I need to ask you one favor. Gently tap on that like button. And said this, I am not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I say. Let's go straight into the video. All right, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price here on the daily chart, and this over here, one of the favorite topics here for the last couple of months. If we were to follow the distribution and accumulation from Wyckoff, if we were to follow this cycle, it would make sense that we are in a redistribution event, okay? It would make sense. But, okay, well, let's take a look here. We've had a massive pump right over here. We went into a reaccumulation, just like you can see here on this drawing from the Wyckoff schematics. And then we went into a distribution. Oh, that's all clear for now. And now the question is, nobody knows for certain that if this is a redistribution or an accumulation. You know, if you're an old subscriber, I've been saying it here for the last month or two that this will be, and it is, an accumulation event. I've been showing you with the volume profile from Bitfinex, also one of the favorite exchanges from the whales. There's more volume at the $30,000 range than the $40,000 area. Also, the volume is suggesting that in an accumulation event, it goes from 30,000 to 40,000, it goes up. And from 40,000 to 30,000, if it were a redistribution or a distribution, the volume goes up while the price is pushing down. And this is not happening at this moment. So by looking at on-chain data, it is an accumulation event. By looking at the volume, it is also an accumulation. I can see some analysts saying that the volume doesn't match for an accumulation, and it absolutely does. I'll be leaving a video popping up on top of my head explaining why this is telling me that it's an accumulation event. So enough of that. For me, it is an accumulation event. Okay. One other thing, when we reach to a peak from a cryptocurrency cycle, Bitcoin cryptocurrency cycle, I would say 99% of the cryptos, or even 100% for certain. I need to check out some different cryptos. If you check out early 2018 and late 2017, when Bitcoin peaked, then we saw some other cryptos lagging behind, reaching the peak a few weeks after Bitcoin. But after that, all of the cryptos were dropping. All of the cryptos went into a bear market. You did not see Bitcoin going down and 10 or 15 different cryptos breaking all-time high from the last month, okay, of Bitcoin peaking out. This didn't happen. Every single crypto entered a bear market. And now I want to show you this chart over here. This is Axie Infinity, all right? Now, this cryptocurrency has been following, the rest of the crypto market, okay? We've had these pumps and these like retracements, reaccumulation events, and we entered into this distribution. It also had, the sell-off from May over here. And we did have like, a spring point here, like in an accumulation event. If I zoom out here on this cryptocurrency, okay, because it has been, correlated with every single crypto such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the rest of them, okay, pumping here February, March, entering April, and then the May sell-off. And this would make sense that this is a redistribution phase, okay? If we were to follow Bitcoin and other cryptos, this cryptocurrency suddenly has had a massive pump here in the last week, okay? Last 2 weeks since the 27th of June. So, yeah, I mean, guys, we do not see this in a cryptocurrency if we are entering a bear market. You can check out, 2017 and 2018 when all the cryptos enter a bear market. It is every single one of them. You do not see some cryptos pop in yet. Also SNX, and we can see Aave, performing pretty well in the last couple of weeks. So this is telling me also that yes, this is not the end of the bear market. This is just they're not the end of the bull market. Sorry, this is just a multi-monthly bear market. There are going to be some cryptos that start popping, such as Axie Infinity, and then maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to lag behind, just like what happened in August of 2020. June, July, August of 2020, we saw SNX, we saw Compound, we saw Aave absolutely rallying hundreds and hundreds of percentage, and Bitcoin was going sideways into the downside. It took Bitcoin almost 2 months to start pumping after these DeFi projects started pumping very, very hard. So maybe we're going to see, gaming cryptocurrency, NFTs start popping, and then maybe it is going to drag the rest of the crypto market, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other ones, to the upside. Everybody's expecting that Bitcoin is going to be the leader and Ethereum. This did not happen in summer of 2020. We saw many DeFi projects, cryptocurrencies, making hundreds of percentage, and then Bitcoin lagging behind, and then absolutely exploding after a few weeks. All right, so by looking at this, Bitcoin is right over here. We might go a little bit to the downside. Yes, 28k is very, very possible for Bitcoin still. We can find some legs to the downside before we actually start pumping. I think it will be a bear trap. This is my opinion, because if we're entering a bear market, every single crypto needs to enter a bear market, okay? It wouldn't make sense if you see other cryptocurrencies breaking the last all-time high, like Axie Infinity, and then, suddenly this having a major drop, entering the bear market with Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptos. So this is why I wanted to show you this, guys. I believe so that in the next few months, everything's going to start becoming bullish again, September, October, and we'll be back on the races. Now I want to show you this chart over here. These two charts, this is the SP 500 and also the Bitcoin price. They've been heavily correlated for years, okay? Their moves are very, very similar. I'm just going to show you the last couple of months, all right? Now going into February, from February to March, we can see, all right? This is the candlesticks, is the S&P 500, and the orange we have the Bitcoin price. We can see from this date, okay, from the 1st of February, okay, we've had a massive pump here on the S&P 500 and also on the Bitcoin price. As you can see, we started to turn over on the 19th, 20th of February, going down. Also, the S&P was starting to going down right over here. Then it pumped over here, then pumped over there. As you can see, there is some massive correlation on the S&P. You can check years from this, and there's a lot of correlation between the traditional stocks and Bitcoin. You can see also right over here from the 25th of March, S&P pumping and also the price of Bitcoin pumping. Now, I want to zoom in here because there is some things that are changing. It looks like that we are decoupling, at least in the last month, all right? Because after the May sell-off, all right, we can see May over here. It was actually almost the same dates. All right, we can see from the 10th of May, we saw Bitcoin and the S&P starting to dump. All right, this is Bitcoin right over here. let me just get the chart separate. And the S&P also starting to dump from the 10th of May. We did see a severe crash, as you can see right over here, and the Bitcoin price also crashing to the downside. But since, mid-May, we could see some decoupling forming here from the S&P 500 and the Bitcoin price. The S&P 500 started pumping, okay, since the crash in May, from the 19th of May, from this low over here, the S&P 500 started rallying, okay, starting to make all-time highs in late June, while the price of Bitcoin, was just going sideways and to the downside with some small pumps all the way up here to 40,000. And then we are still continuing to the downside. What is this telling me? Well, does this mean if the S&P 500 does have a massive crash, the price of Bitcoin might have a massive pump? Are we decoupling now? Because the last month or the last 6 weeks, we have been, S&P has been going up and the price of Bitcoin has been going sideways and a little bit to the downside, as you can see from the chart, when we have been years being heavily correlated. So is Bitcoin maybe lagging behind the S&P 500? We are seeing the S&P 500 pumping very, very hard, and now suddenly Bitcoin is in a huge accumulation event. Or does this mean that the S&P 500 is going to continue rallying to the upside and the Bitcoin price is going to start dumping? I believe so that, this is only gearing up. Bitcoin is gearing up and we are going to see Bitcoin pumping in the next coming months. So this is my take, guys. I just wanted to show you because you can go back for years here and see how correlated, the traditional stocks and Bitcoin are. And now suddenly they are decoupling. Now this is something, something is brewing here with Bitcoin and the stock market, because one is going up and the other one is going down. I mean, maybe if this S&P 500 goes down, then Bitcoin will have a massive pump. I do not know. I think it is gearing up for a massive pump in the next coming months, guys. This is my take. So thank you for watching this episode. Just wanted you to know my opinion on this. If you haven't checked out the Bitcoinsensus website, guys, check it out. We've got the latest news, technical analysis. We've got guides on how to buy Bitcoin, how to trade it, how to short Bitcoin. We've got exchange reviews also, so you can find the best bonus on different exchanges and the best fees. If you haven't seen my Bybit or my PrimeXbt tutorial, there's a video popping up on the screen to learn how to trade. Thank you very much for joining in, guys, and I will see you in the next one.